So you see it's just a big pile of sticks, and yep, pretty much explained all about that. So if we go this way, there's the tent. So that's what me and Jazz built. It took about 2 weeks in total. The only thing I've paid for is the tarps. And a few bits and pieces, but I think literally the only thing I've paid for is the tarpaulins. The deck, I think Jazz has already explained, was paid for pretty much by all the guys at Merck, where Jazz used to work, and they gave us heaps of vouchers for a hardware store, and that pretty much paid for it. I think we had to pay 60 cents. Is it 60 cents? Yeah, 60 cents. Which, thanks guys, appreciate that. You saved us a hell of a lot of money. This is the storage tent where all our crap goes. There's not much in here at the moment because we're trying to empty it out so we can get rid of it, because I hate looking at it. It's horrible. This is where the magic happens. Sleep. Because we could sleep in the tent at the moment, but we don't have a bed, and the mozzies still get in there, and I weirdly really like sleeping in my tent, in my green tent. So hey ho. So anyway, around here, this way, is the kitchen. Jazz has bought a big old bench. I'm pretty sure it's Totra. And behind the bench, I built a wattle. If anyone doesn't know what a wattle is, well, that's a wattle. I've got a whole heap of gorse, and I've weaved it in and out of some posts, and you get yourself a makeshift wall. And if anyone's interested, that's how the old medieval cottages were made in England, just using wattles, and then you put clay or something called daub, but you also call it cob. You stick it onto the outside, just like that, and you end up with walls a lot sturdier than the walls you get these days in building. Probably shouldn't stand that way because the sun probably makes you not be able to see. Me can't speak English anymore. Anyway, over here, that's the workbench. I found a big giant slab of wood in the bush, and I dragged it all the way out here, and I've made a little workbench because there's no point living this sort of lifestyle if you can't make stuff, because otherwise it's going to get expensive. You need to make stuff for yourself. If you need something, you have to make it. Don't think Jazz has shown you inside. I'll show you inside. Ah, this is the door. Jazz has put what do you call it? Chalkboard paint on there, so we can write notes down, and she's done some nice drawings and stuff. So I'm gonna go in. This is our makeshift mozzie net. This is the stuff you builders put on the outside of their scaffolding for windbreaks. And I found a whole skip full of it, so I nicked most of it. And we're inside. There's a dog. Say hello, Brindle. Yeah, he's been pretty naughty lately. He's been running away across the road and getting picked up by the pound. Hey boy. Oh well. So, we're inside. There's no bed. It's a mess because all our stuff's in here, or a lot of it is. But the most important thing is we've got a TV and a PlayStation. That's right, guys. PS4 off-grid. So I can play The Witcher. And we can also watch DVDs on the TV, of course. And yeah, so we've got heaps of books, guitar. We bought a couple of drawers, sets of drawers. The other one's under the TV. That way. 2 old ass chairs that our neighbours, Andy, James and Kerry gave us. They're pretty old school, but they're actually pretty comfy. And there's this rocket stove that Jazz's dad, Rodney, made for us. And it works okay. I'm still getting the hang of it. So that's in here. It's pretty roomy. I mean, it's probably, I don't know, I probably shouldn't say how big it is because I don't want to get in trouble. I'm sure this place is legal. You're right. So, I'm going to take you into the bush. Let's go this way. So basically, 6 acres of this property is gorse, and this bit, which is, I just showed you, around 1/4 of an acre, and 60 acres is this stuff, bush. Haha, bush. Yeah, I get it. If you're English and you're watching this, you're probably laughing at me every time I say the word bush, but sometimes I laugh at people when they say it as well. But it's basically a big jungle. This is the West Coast bush, and it's pretty awesome. I don't know if you can hear it, but the cicadas, which make that background noise, they're pretty loud, but they're awesome. And they're always going as long as the sun's in the sky. So this basically just goes on for probably a few k's. Not all of it's my land. I have no idea where the other boundary of my land is, by the way. I haven't been there. It's too hard to get to, and it's too easy to get lost. And yep, I have got lost. I feel like the camera's flashing for a reason. Hopefully it's recording, otherwise I'm talking to no one. Oh well, I'm quite often talking to no one. So I can pop out this way anyway. This is a little shelter. I think Jazz might have shown you this. That was already on the land. And we keep a lot of stuff under it, including the toilet. Yeah, luxury toilet. If you've never done a shit in a bucket, then give it a go, because it's not that bad. You don't get that awful plop sound you get when you're in a normal toilet, and then you get the splashback that goes up your bum hole. Yeah. Sorry, people with kids watching. It's true though. So here is a possum trap. Got this bloody possum that keeps turning up in the middle of the night, and it makes noises like the devil, and it gets brindle going crazy. So I'm trying to catch this bloody possum, but turns out the possums on the South Island are actually quite a lot smarter than the North Island ones. So this is behind the big tent that I've just made, and this is the shower. So it's a gas shower. There's a rain barrel there. It rained yesterday. Let's see how much is in there. Just over half. There's the on and off switch. There's the gas. This is the burner. And obviously the showery bit. Jazz has put up these curtains, but I've already ruined them. Hey, here we go. And actually, it's amazing. Having a shower outside. I had a shower in the rain yesterday. It was really nice. And because it's a gas shower and it rains all the time here, we pretty much never run out of water. And you can have a shower as long as you want, and as hot as you want. And I mean hot. It could get up to 80 degrees, which obviously you wouldn't shower at because you probably wouldn't have any skin left. 46, that's my favourite. So where am I walking? I'm walking into an area I've recently just cleared of some gorse. We don't want to clear all the gorse, so there's one here. I don't know if you can see that. My pointing camera skills are not good. And we want to leave a few because that's going to put a little bit of shade on the ground and stop all the seedlings popping up in one shot. But if they do pop up, I'll find them and kill them. So I'm wearing flip-flops at the moment, and this stuff is spiky. I probably shouldn't be walking through here right now. And as it dries, it gets really brittle and sharp, and when you get a spike in your foot or your finger, the end breaks off and then you have to dig it out with a needle. So it's pretty nasty stuff. However, it's also pretty useful stuff because it's a nitrogen fixer. That's actually tea tree, by the way. If anyone's wondered where Manuka honey comes from, it's from this tree here. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about gorse, and this is a nitrogen fixer. What time are we on? Oh shit, 23 minutes. I better stop. I'll do another couple of minutes. And what it does is it sends its roots into the ground, and its roots are special in that the sense that they can trade with a certain bacteria. They give sugar to a certain bacteria, and the bacteria can draw nitrogen out of the atmosphere and give it to the tree, and that's quite special. And that's why it can grow anywhere where most trees can't. And when you cut the tree down, a portion of its roots will die off and release the nitrogen into the surrounding soil, and that's great for planting little trees. So we're trying to use the gorse as a resource to grow things. And our plan is to have a giant food forest